What's happening? So I'm in the middle of editing. I know I gave you guys no light, but I wanted to walk through. How I go about my editing process when it comes to editing photos. So let me go ahead and wait, hold on. I'm trying to add. I guess I gotta add my whole screen. That's a little ghetto. Okay. I like this. All right, let me get out of all of this. I was trying to always do it. So sorry, I know that looks so crazy. I'm trying to see how I can just add my. I wish I could see how that looks. Oh my gosh, I lost the screen. Bear with me, guys. Okay. I am. This is the first time, so bear with me. I also make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing, where it's not so overwhelming, and it looks like it is. Okay. Comment below if what I'm doing is working. I want to show you guys how I go through my editing process. This is so frustrating, only because I cannot confirm. Okay, let's try one more time. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Look at me. Hello, my name is Brett. Sorry, this took like 4 minutes to get it together. This is live, but I am a journalist by trade. I do a lot of editing. I do a lot of media. I own these for productions. I don't have much time for an intro. I am on my way to go shoot a short film, but I also edit photos. And I'm going to walk you guys through my process of how I edit my photos in a quick turnaround time. So I did an event yesterday for Black Pride. And overall, these were the photos. It was about 800 photos to start, and now it's down to the final 130. And so I kind of skipped I did a lot before I made this video, but for the most part, I started my first photo and I add a lot of color. This is Pride. This is Black Pride. So obviously color is useful here. I make sure my screen is turned all the way up on the brightness. And I just go through, start with the first one, and I added a lot of color to it. I don't want to change it too much, but I add a little vinegar. I call this vinaigrette. I dehaze it by a lot. At 33, you can see what dehazing can do for an image. What hazing can do for an image. And definitely I love to add vibrance, which makes colors pop. This is where I was before. And then just adding a whole bunch of color to it. Color everywhere. Same with saturation. I do vibrance first, and that makes it brighter. And then saturation kind of makes the colors stronger. So this is my default Lux right here for all of them. Artistic number 5 is what I call this one. For all my photos, I also turn on remove chromatic aberration and enable lens correction, which I put that on as default for every photo I edit, period. It just makes it just look more how I had it in my head. And then I go through one at a time. So I did the first 2 already. I did the first 3 already. And I decide whether I want to keep it or delete it. So they have 130 photos right now. Do they need 130 photos? No. The event was from 3 to 8, and I was shooting the entire time. So I think sometimes you can do away with 50 photos minimum for an event. So I think anything over 50 is an added bonus. So having 100 photos, it's like, okay, this is the best photos, period. I'm not going to just not give you good photos just because I'm trying to hit a quota. But if the picture isn't good, then I'm not going to bother. And you got to know when to delete. So for this one, I'm kind of blue because it's slightly out of focus. Oh, even if I sharpen it, oh yeah, I guess sharpening helps. Slightly out of focus, but I don't think it's the worst thing, so it can help it. 9 times out of 10, all my pictures need to be cropped. I love to crop. I love a good tight crop. And they always kind of need to be straightened a little bit on my photos. This one probably is pretty spot on. Make this one a little bit brighter. Add a little contrast. I love contrast, period, because I think it makes it more cinematic. A lot of contrast. Sometimes I play around and see what the extremes of both sides look like. To me, this is like an action shot. This one, I wish I would have bring it down just a little bit lower. I was working on my focus the entire time for this shoot, you guys. I can't even lie to you. The entire time I was worried about my stuff not being in focus. It was so sunny and cloudy. Like, this guy really isn't doing anything for me. I'm kind of delete it. I'm not a fan of putting signs and shooting words unless I'm looking. These are the sponsors for the event. Well, this is their event. And this is really the only sign they had. For the most part, I think. Okay. I love this shot. This was one of like 6 or 7 or 8 that I captured in a row, getting this. So now I'm going to crop this kind of to where the action starts. And then I always do like the rule of thirds. Of course, you want to put the action on the top, around the top right side. I'm pointing at it as if you could put it. You kind of want to put the action here or here or any of these intersections to make it a good shot. So I kind of have her hovering on the top right. I'm gonna line this up actually with the playground. That's the top, or top left, sorry. Top right with the playground. That way it's kind of straight center. You see clicks here, here. Nice fun shot. Just to bring more attention to the shot, I'm gonna make the edges a little bit darker. Right here. And I would love to add more texture to this shot. I don't think it needs it. So I'm just gonna unsoften it. Just kind of bring that detail back. Let's see what adding a little sharpening can do. And then I would love to add this as a grain image and make this like an old school image. This is such a good shot. I love this shot. I just love it because of it's just like a nice chill Sunday, which it was, what it was. So I'm gonna keep a little bit of grain in there, just a little bit for that nostalgic feel. All right, and then move right along. I'm trying not to focus too long and spend too much time. This is giving me a little bit too much purple. So I'm just gonna bring a little bit of the natural color back using green in the tint. Oh, I just like the 15. There you go. Really, I need maybe as much vibrance. I want to make it look good. All right, crop a little bit. A little bit of extreme crop. I really want to get him because he had the flag in his hand. I missed that shot. This one is good. It's a little bit dark. A little bit. And some more color back. And I always want to make sure people don't look bogus. You know, okay? So I'm not going to make the girl look pale. I always bring some color. That makes people really happy. That's going above and beyond. A little separation. I'm putting her still in that top right side quadrant. Nice close up. Now your eye is drawn immediately to her, here, here. You're looking in the C direction. So you start here and then you might look around here. It could be out, but it just shows attendance. Just when you do an event, you don't want to make it look empty if it is empty. That's one thing I learned in journalism. Like, don't make people's events look bogus. So if I go to an event, now this one got jumping later in the day. But if I go to an event and it's not a lot of people, I always get a extreme close up. I'm not sure what this was. I think it was the picture. I tended to delete it. Okay. I just want to make sure you guys picture with me. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna check on another device. Let me make sure this is put on. Okay. I'm just double checking. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. Okay. Moving right along. Okay, I'm making sure this looks good. Moving right along. More attendance shots. That's what this is. Get a little crop going. Like I said, it's always a little crop. You know what I'm saying? This one is giving dark. I always check make sure my computer says brightness before I change exposure levels. So let's just make this a little bit brighter. And give it a shadow. This one really has high texture. So get rid of that. Get more texture back in the shot. Obviously, a little balance. Like I said, everything for me, I always kind of shoot crooked. Just by a hair. This one got a glare, but let's see if I can get rid of it. This definitely is giving 90s feel. Look at that. I don't know how that happened. For the shot, of course, I'm gonna crop this one quite a bit. We got a lot of grass that we don't need. And I always still try to do a square. Even if I do crop, I don't crop into a rectangle. I still crop into a square. This is fine. Not my favorite shot, but it's fine. This one needs some work, obviously. So let's go ahead and start with removing the vibrance. This texture doesn't have to be that soft. They are underneath the red tint too. I believe their thing over their head was also red. So I'm going to add some blues. And I think we got it. Most part. I don't want to do anything too dramatic. There we go. Adding a little bit of tint, helping bring that color back. And then let's now I will use some saturation. I want to go with the color period. Just the harsh red. But sometimes, so this is the mixer section. And this is when you can change actual individual colors. Like you can make something that's green, greener, like the grass. Here, I'm going to adjust this red a little bit because it is so strong. I'm gonna get rid of all the red. Now they're looking like this green, teal, brown color. So I'm just gonna remove it by a hair just because it's so strong. And then luminous is how strong the red is. Like here, you can see it's virtually gone. I don't know, explain luminous. But I'm just gonna try to just get rid of this here. And then hue changes the color. I believe that's all I can do. So let's do the grass. That's easiest. The hue, I can make it look yellow, dried out, or extremely lush and blue. And this is where it's all regular. So I'm just gonna remove a little bit because I think this is kind of a dramatic color of a green. And this is more of a natural green. Okay. But overall, I'm not gonna touch it no more because you know what I'm saying, it's just recap. I'm not submitting this for an award. I'm not the biggest fan of the color, but I think overall, this is going to be great. And I do think that the texture, I'm adding a little bit more vinaigrette to kind of bring the edges in, make the edges darker. All right, moving on. I did this photo twice. Let me see. I'm gonna copy this setting and see if it works on here. Paste the editing setting. Oh, and it did. Thank you. So that means that I don't have to do all that other stuff I just did. Get that right away. I like the shot. I'm not gonna get rid of it too much. Of course, like I said, we're gonna crop this bad boy. We don't need to see nothing. Like, you really only want to see what you need to see in a photo. You know what I'm saying? I don't need her wallet as much, but now looking at the rule of thirds, I got both of them on the rule of thirds intersections. That's good for me. And then you also want to give them headspace up top and a little breathing space to the right. Her head's still to the right. You don't want to cut this off immediately because then it just kind of like looks weird. Looks congested. So we want the photo to have some breathing space above the head and to the right. And that's how that came out. So everything you see, I give you a little gift in the wallet over here. This doesn't have a little gift over here. This is empty. We got her smile to fill the whole space. And we're looking straight, dead center, Sugar Shack, and at the bottom is the sugars. I'm going to add some more vinaigrette to bring in the sides, the corners darker, and call it one. All right, moving on. I love this one. Of course, too red. I can still paste those edit settings, remove that. And I think we're good. And the vinaigrette is stronger, but because I don't want it to look obvious, like this is like an obvious circle. When it comes to the vinaigrettes, you can change the midpoint, which is the brightness. That's maybe where the eyes going. I'm bringing it in just a hair. You can also change how serious of a roundness it is, like a square going down to a circle, down to like straight up and down. As you see this square, it comes into a circle, and then it goes up like that. It changes the roundness. I'm gonna keep this somewhat round. And then the feather is how sharp it is. Straight up circle or the straight midpoint. This goes your midpoint. You can go straight up circle or you can feather it out. Circle or feather. And I always feather mine out so it's not an obvious circle. And then I undo the vinaigrette a little bit. And then undo the midpoint just a hair. Back. I don't know why I do this like this, but this is what I do. I'm going to dehaze that bad boy, make it stronger. We are looking exactly at the details of this wheat. And then I'm going to make the texture stronger to really cover that. You see how you can see droplets on here now of the moisture. And here you kind of don't. Yeah. Just make this strong because we really want to bring emphasis to what this is, which is the cake. I don't feel like, oh, it looks good. And then, of course, we carve it down to the thirds. We do a lot of breathing space at the top and to the left. Let's just call it one. I immediately drawn to the face. And this is kind of dark, so I'll brighten it up with the hair. There we go. I still have those pasted edit settings. I'm play around with it. I do like this a bit darker. Those edit settings aren't the best. I make it brighter. I'm gonna crop it. This one isn't too much of a crop, but they're both exactly on the little birds. One. Moving on. This one, oh, if there's two photos, we'll close this one. I am gonna try to work on this one. I'll delete it. Like I said, I was working my exposure levels and my focus the entire time. So I'm adjusting the exposure, adding some contrast, getting ready to move highlights. This is in the back. See how strong the lights are. And the random highlights and being overexposed. Dropping down some of the whites too, the white color, adding in some blacks. There we go. And there we go. We kind of brought it back. Slightly out of focus. I really hate that for myself. Let's make it here. But I think overall, I don't think we're gonna complain. Yeah, not the strongest photo, but it works. Here, it's delivering. I look at this face. So I don't think this needs much. I'm just gonna bring down the exposure level a little bit. This is an action shot, so I'm in the action in the moment. I don't think this needs much more. Only one. This photo isn't really giving me anything, so I'm just gonna delete it. This photo is duplicates of this one. I like the fact that I can see them both smiling. So I'm gonna delete this one. This one, her face is kind of cut off. She's making a little face, so it's gone. Here you can see a little smile from both of them. So I'm gonna keep this one. No, I'm gonna keep this one so you see more of her face. Oh, actually, yes, I remember the fan was in this. Okay, I'm gonna keep going with the fan because I don't need 1,000 photos of the same shot. I'm gonna keep it up until the fan. I'm deleting. This is a good shot right here. Let's delete that one. Now let's delete that one. Let's delete that one. Delete. 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 Yeah, I'm gonna delete all these. This was me trying to get this shot again because I was worried the one I was trying to overclock. Okay, so let's edit this one. Exposure. This was in the beginning of the day when I was really going through with my exposure. I got it together towards the end. Well, in the middle. I had to pause because I was really concerned. Okay. I'm going to keep this one as is. I just brought the exposure down. This is a good action shot. First one to crop. Move on. This one can also go with the dehaze. That works. Also, when you consider cropping, also think about your logo. I do leave a little room for logo. I'm gonna put my logo down here sometimes. I always kind of like using space for logo. This picture is not giving me anything, so it's on. This photo is on because this one is facing forward. That's that boy. Let's just crop it all the way. It just shows kids having fun. The brightness, exposure down a little bit. I don't have much time. Let me keep going. Like I said, my goal is to get like a good solid 50 photos to people. I am on 110. So I don't like to spend too much time on it, and I want to get through this today. So this just probably needs, like, this little section is bothering me. The laser works a little bit. Let me keep one of these. Oops. The delete sometimes is slow. Yeah, I'll work on my exposure. This is good. I think we won't have to do with too much color. I do like how it's like a nice contrast. He was dancing at the time. Tough decision. I do like it darker. I always still got a little bit of an outfit there. She was dancing. Okay. This is like, do I need people eating? No. Let's just delete one of these photos. I was trying to show that there is food in the back, that they have food in the back. This photo is fine. Let's keep it one. Another action shot. Let's get it leveled. And then see, I cut off head to the face. A little of her face. Let's probably use it a bit brighter. Because I don't want to have a dark theme on my photos. I look like I'm maybe. I'm gonna add I'm also gonna increase the should I add sharpening to this image is gone. I want to increase the brightness. What can I add on brightness? Okay, that's all. So then, like, I don't need those shots. I like this shot. I like that she's grabbing and have to remember to hear. Just that subtle difference in her hand is enough for me to keep it. Add the exposure up a little bit. And just a little black. Like I said, a little crop. Won't hurt nobody. Here, I'm not gonna really crop it much because she has headspace. I have people talking over here, people talking over here. She's attendant. She's dead center. She picks up on the roll. So moving on. Burgers. Got the smoke on this one. No smoke on this one. Delete. This one, of course, I want to make the texture stronger. Get the juiciness on there. Showing. Let's crop this down tight. I can still see the smoke. And really show that these burgers were smacking these burgers up. Somebody was putting on this button. I'm just really highlighting the details of the burger. I want to smoke. I think we do some food. Add some lights. We're gonna make this pop out. Let me see this. Let me see this one. There's a way to highlight a certain area, but like I said, these are quick turnarounds, so they just want to know that they just want to see pictures of the event. I'm really just nitpicking. I'm brightening up everything because for those who are just now tuning in, I did a mass edit of the basics, which is adding color and everything else. So a lot of these are already done. I copied and pasted it as a whole. So I just go in and correct them individually. And then just do fine details. That's how I do a fast turnaround. Little details. And for the most part, they all kind of need to be a little brighter. I'm kind of doing the same thing on my own too. Dehazing. Courtney. I'm going to delete the behind her. I do want to make it more her shot. Darken the edges. Oh, I another action shot. You can see, obviously. We're just gonna crop this tight. That's the best thing to do. Yeah. Exposure is good. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch that. At least one thing I can say is that my frame rate was good. Okay. Moving on, the baby. Got 2 shots of the baby. Her face is a little bit more in this one. So I'm gonna delete that one. I think the picture is good. Maybe a little brighter. I don't want to lose his color. Alright. Dancing shot. I don't know if it's like she's just another damage like this. Okay. Exposure down her hair. I'm trying to keep those colors back. That's the most important thing. Another dancing shot, another action shot. I'm hungry. I love adding this vinaigrette whenever I want the image or the eye to look straight in the center of the image. So because these corners are so like empty, I don't mind adding a lot of vinaigrettes to the sauce. So make it strong. Versus like this is none. You can see the corners. And here it's like the corners are darker. Your eye is headed to the center. Without immediately pointing out the center. You know, she's chilling, he's chilling. They both add something to this image. We're leaving them in. This is not the focal point. More dancing shots. I'm actually gonna leave these 3 as is. So many shots are just good as is. I'm gonna get rid of this one because it's this person's eyes are closing. I like this one. This one was hard, obviously, because you can see I'm shooting it into the sunlight. I'm trying to get people as much as I can. I never really add the other side to the vinaigrette. It's either I add it darker or I don't add it at all. I'm gonna keep this as is. This looks good. Maybe it could be cropped down a hair, but this was a Milka game, so I think this is a great shot. And this was the game that they were playing. So crop it down. Like increasing exposure to me a disservice. Let's drop the bad boy down some. And then there's some blacks. There you go. And then our friend vinaigrettes. There you go. This photo is fine. I do want to deliver the maximum photo. As many photos as I can. I try not to be nitpicky with myself. I know some people, I know I look at my photos and I see my photos more than other people will. Like this one. This is a good one. I can't tell if I want to keep this one. Let's just keep it because it just shows excitement. I love this shot. This one can go, not show anything. I'm really having fun making them darker up here. And I'm trying to get rid of this bright light over here with exposure and stuff. I'm making a photo dark. There's a way to just add a circle with the mask tool. I'm just not doing it because like isn't that deep. I'm gonna get rid of this duplicate. Get that out of focus. Let me just pause here. I've always gotten to a point where I need to eat now. I'm gonna edit. Okay. Oh, this is a brown now. I'm going with the color. So maybe it's that yellow that's causing so much brown. Dump it out. So yellow there. Yellow, the same yellow is really in this image. Maybe it's orange. There it goes. Remove some of it because this looks so orange. I'm actually not against it. Now I look at it. Dope shot. These are like artistic shots. I'm gonna keep it. I remove some of it, but I kept it. All right. We'll expose. Off-centered. Focus. I was gonna do an out of focus shot. Just apologize. So Another mood shot, showcasing the mood of an event. The chill vibe that it was. I'm gonna get this another crop so that way she gets more onto the rule of thirds, right side of the rule of thirds, as much as I can. And then darken those edges. A little vinaigrette. Here's a hair. This is duplicate gone. Emulsion shot. I think it's good as is. I lost color in the grass. I'm just gonna add more color to the grass. You can see me adding color to the grass. Just kind of bring it back. Just do there's a crop. And then we see water bottles. Next one. Mood shot. This looks fine. I'm gonna let it go. Mood shot. Maybe crop. Next one. All right. Oh. I think all three of these are fine. I'm just gonna leave them in. Props. See later I had a wardrobe malfunction. Next time looking, making sure it's not there now. I think all these photos are good. Exposure may be too much, but you know. Tomato. The exposure does help a little bit, I can't even lie. I really want to keep the photos as is, and then I touch it and I'm like, okay, yeah, it could be better. This one is fine. The whites are kind of loud. Bring that down a little bit. See how the whites screaming at you? Bring the whites down. Calling it one. And here, bring the whites down a little bit. I love how I got the skin tone. After beautifully here, you can see that's me. I don't like getting myself in the shadows. That shows immature. But yeah, moving on. This one. Exposure back down. They're really shiny for whatever reason. Bring those whites all the way down. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if that's me or them. They were having a good time. I'm just gonna. Oh, I love this one because of her braids, honestly. I love how I caught the braids in these images. I love the braids in this one, so I kept it. It's like showing peak black girlness. All right, this one. Let's just do one. Let's do that one. Showing mood. She's pretty much saying come to the dance floor. There you go. Again, these girls were eating up the dance floor. They're having a good time. You see me. Amateurs. This amateur photographer. There you go. Continue eating. Exposure is crazy. I was getting direct evening sunlight. Like you can imagine my struggle. A harsh sun beaming on all of us. But we was all soaking it in. Got the edges, of course. Makes the girls pop 1,000 times. Let's darken these edges too. Could they use a crop? Yeah, but I love how the whole picture looks. Another action shot. She's just kind of bent over. I'm just gonna delete it. Not really doing anything for me. More of these girls dancing. I'll just keep it because it's not a bad shot. It's just not doing. I'll delete the duplicates. This is a fun shot to me. I'm just gonna leave it. There goes that amateur photographer. Action shots. I'm gonna leave this one. Same. Just make it a little bit brighter. This could benefit from a crop. A little bit crooked. And it could benefit from a crop. Get that little piece out in the corner. I don't know what's going on over here. I kind of want to crop her out too. I don't know if this is an angry conversation or not. Let's just crop it out. And then let's just darken the edges. Or the attention is focused on the stage. I guess it was an angry conversation. Still a little crooked though. Headspace cut off, but I don't think it matters. There's a lot happening in this photo, and I think it's beautiful. It's getting sharpened. As you can see, this was a great time. Okay, now she's back smiling. She's about her boobs here, so I'm going to. Good action shot. Leaving it. Another good action shot. I'm actually going to leave this and just sharpen it out of focus. But I love their blue tongue. It's so funny to me. Let's darken these edges a little bit. Can I darken these? Let's darken these. This is good, I think, as is. This one is also good. Make sure you got this still on. Ah, I need out of here. I'm almost done. I'm trying to be on cropping it. It's like a little masterpiece. Let's bring exposure down to the hair. 0.2. I should do like some more. And with the blacks, I'm just playing around with the picture. That's right on the phone. Starting the whites. Yeah. Anytime I touch in one photo, I always just see if there's a way to make the other one stronger. Let's do contrast. Okay. This is a good picture, I think, as is. Push it down a little bit. You don't want people to lose their actual skin color either. I'm gonna make it a little bit warmer. Add in some saturation, some more color. That way they don't lose that quality. Where it was before and then after. It's adding a little bit more color for people. It's doing a service. I'm gonna crop this on your hair just because I don't know. Sometimes it's like everything needs a little crop. You know what I'm saying? A little crop. I try to keep people on the rule of thirds, and I like the word love in the background, so not to lose that. Just a little picture. You just do look at her face. Okay, a serve. And then I imagine my logo. Boom. Okay, cool. This is a good shot. I love this one. This is a shot and a video. I'm doing video the same day, you guys. It was a task. I like how she's up here, so I'm not gonna crop too much. I am going to still bring the feeling out of it. Right, more here. There you go. Got them on the rule of thirds, still got swag over there. This is more rectangle than I like. So let's just try to make it more of a square. Here we go. Exposure down the hair. Increasing the saturation. Bringing people's colors back. This is really out of focus. But overall, what can you do? What can you do now? You know what I'm saying? What now? So you just try to add texture and all that jazz. You can't fix. You gotta take a good shot to begin with. You can't fix it and post too much. You can really just fix color. You can't fix bad picture taking. So get it right when you're outside. You ain't gotta do too much. You can have more fun in post. Of course, exposure here again. This is a great shot. I'm just gonna make it more of a square. This was more shots of her face showing, but those were out of focus. I let them go. This is a good shot. Another one. Use exposure. Just the benefits of the crop. I don't want to crop too much from that side. I still want to show people. Keep attention on the babies. Here we go. I'm just going to darken those edges. That way the eyes are immediately drawn straight to my friends here. These are the event organizers in these last shots. So I'm going to really make sure I do these justice. I did all of them justice, but just making sure I put an extra emphasis. Obviously, you want to crop here, but you do want like a nice nice breathing space. Tight shot with breathing space. So they can use this for their marketing next year. There we go. That right, that left me physically feel disjointed. Like the cover of the R&B album. All right, let's play around. Bring those highlights down. You guys see how I just kind of wash things out. We're bringing it all the way back. We're going to do more dehazing. Make them stronger. And I have to unloosen the texture a little bit. Just darken the image. And then I do think that there's a color happening. Let's darken the edges. This is a very strong color, almost too strong. Versus you don't want them to there in the oven. And then I think that's perfect. So then I'm going to copy these settings and to my best. Hopefully, there you go. Paste. This was the before. Actually, that one's good as is. This is done. I'm gonna keep this shot as is. Of course, they'll crop. I like to crop things out when it's obvious what it is. Okay, so her hair only goes longer. We don't need to see that. You know, this is the girl's body. The viewer, the brain can finish this part. So then we delete it. You don't have to see it. So we're drawn straight into the action. Give the people the action immediately. On site. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Picture's done. It is out of focus because the focus is kind of like right here. This one's super out of focus. She's looking down. So you can let it go. All right. From this copy settings here, I'm going to place it onto this one. It's made it really more textured. You can see it before, after, before, after. Okay, let's do this at the after and just remove some stuff. The texture was more soft in the other image. Let's crop things out like I was saying before. You see this event continuing, your brain can finish this, we know this is grass. There's nothing happening and we're not cropping out. So we can just let it go. And we're up top. We know this is a tent. We know this is trees. There's nothing happening up here. Just letting it go. Now here, the foot was actually cropped out. If I had her shot out of here on accident, if I had this whole shoe, I would have kept it in there, like I did on this side. But yeah, I think we can crop it from the bottom up a little bit, just out of courtesy. For all courtesy. Okay. Yeah. Oh, another album. I don't want to give them these shots just yet. It definitely needs a crop. Because these were making it brighter. Increasing the black so I can get more for the red. I got some good ones coming up in a second. I'm gonna add this smidge of color. I'm not gonna add any actually. Oh, this is fun. I did a little album cover shot. I'll show you guys in a second. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna do the same thing, copy, paste. Crop this again, and get rid of all this. You want to give the viewer something with every single pixel. This time I'm going to leave this a little bit wide, just because we have multiples now. We can get away with having a wider shot. I think this is good. I'm gonna get rid of some of the black so we get more of the head up here. We're kind of losing it. I'm gonna go a little darker. And bring those highlights down. Copy these for the next one. Crop. Because they are the organizers, I'm going to keep a lot of their shots. Paste it from before. I'm going to give this a lot of room to breathe. There's a lot happening in the shot. Rule of thirds. I'll try to get that trash can out of it. Okay. It's good. Use edit settings. crop. I'm almost done, you guys. I'm almost done. Call it one. Boom. These are duplicates, so I'm just gonna start deleting. Yeah. Place edit settings. Tighten the crop. Here's the full image. It looks so good. I don't know if it looks good. I think the picture looks fine. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna get rid of the texture a little bit. I need some more color in just a hair. Oh, I keep forgetting to sharpen, you guys. Not every picture benefits from sharpening. You just want to make it like the best image possible. Okay. Oh. Open that one. These settings. These are duplicates, so I'm just going to keep them the same. Last 5 photos. Okay. I love these. This is the album cover ones I was telling you about. I'm just going to give them a few. Okay, eyes are closed in this shot. Delete. Open, open. These two are pretty much the same. Nothing here except the microphone is a difference. So just because the microphone is showing a little bit less here, I'm going to delete this one. Those 2 places. That one. These are the same. These 2 are the same. You're looking at one. Okay. These are 3 because you can see her smile. All right. So let's have fun with this real fast. Drop this down. This is gonna go like this, actually. Let's take a screenshot. Get this screenshot going. So meta. Yeah, that's a dope shot. We'll get back to that later. Let's crop this image. I have so much of her. I want to bring this in. So. If I make it even, get as many people on both sides as evenly possible without cutting off body parts. Okay, my phone has to be in there. A little bit more. It could be a little wider. It has to be wider. We want everything to breathe. Okay. Microphone has to breathe. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's have fun. I can bring this down. All right, anyway, exposure. Make the contrast strong. I like that contrast really strong like that. Like that. Harder. Texture. Harder. These things as well. Get some green. It needs to be sharpened. No, that's too farmy and also it needs to be sharpened. I'm gonna copy and paste this. Okay, I think this is fine. I would love to see this in different. Oh, cause look at that. Whee! I got different. This is where we are right now. One saved up. Oh, I love that. I love that too. That's so cool. I like that one. And I like that one. That one's kind of too much purple. I like that one a lot. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. Paste it on that bad boy. I kind of like this as is. Let's paste this one too. But I kind of want to do a different one. I like this one a lot. I like this one too. I should take out the photos. I want to do is add more photos. But yeah, that is it. We are done. The crop on the other one is killing me. Let's bring this in the hair. This one, this crop is killing me. I just don't want it to be that wide. It's disproportionate. Because there's so much activity happening down here. Fortunately, the chalk is helping us up here in this top left. But I like a nice tight crop. I like this photo a lot. All right. And that's it. We left with 84 photos. You can see them all changing. Oops. I'm gonna do what I just did. Let me make sure. Started with 130, now we here. I actually took 800 photos for this, you guys. Believe it or not. But here they are. Pretty much just showing the essence of this festival. I think everyone kind of got that this is a great event. And I feel like I should show more. I think this, for the most part, is a good idea of what a good time it was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what more I could have got. I got vendors. I got the food, the host, the people, the shopping, the bull rides. Pretty much great marketing. The dancing, the ambiance. Great marketing. All right, so then I'm going to now add Command All. I'm going to add my logo. And I already have a default one in here. I have a few in here. I changed the name of what the event is. Black, oh my gosh. There's so much. Black Pride, Black Pride Festival. Let's do 5. It's starting at number 1, so when I export, it's going to show 5th Black Pride Festival 1, and then go 2, 3, 4 from there. And then my watermark, I just have a few. this season of my life, I'm doing with the little cursive. And I just click through the photos one last time so they all look up here perfectly in a lot of these photos. And yeah, make sure I like where it's at. And for the most part, yeah, I do. I also have a graphic logo, but I need to make it white, and I just haven't had a chance to, because you can see it doesn't show the best when it's black. I'm not a fan of it in the black, and so I haven't been using it as much. But yeah, B Squared is all you need to know. This is a B Squared production. B Squared is my initials. So please look at these photos. I hope these are loading. Oh, that's not how it turns out. I'm waiting for it to finish loading. Okay. That's so cute. All right, when I am satisfied with my products, these are making me nervous because I was like, there's so much gain on them. All right, then I prepare to export them. I do them as a JPEG, full size. I do everything huge. That's my preset. I export them to the desktop. Rating folder. Black Pride Festival. This. Oh, this one. No, what am I doing? This goes straight to the desktop, but I don't know why it doesn't want to do this today. And so it's my cloud. Where is my? Okay, let's just do it once again. Black. I keep forgetting that 5. Okay, let's export this bad boy. And then it exports. And it is on its way to their owner. So hopefully you guys have learned a thing or two about how I do my editing process. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this stream. I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like and share, and comment below if you want to see any more of my editing process. I'm doing a short film today. I'm actually about to head to it right now. It's 3 o'clock, and the short film is around. We're shooting it. We're doing 2. One at 7, and then one at like 5. So back to back. But let me know if you guys want to see anything else from me. My name is Brett Brooks. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next stream.